No intro, baby. Let's get to the criteria. Today we're going to be ranking every Mario World level, maintenance levels, switches, post-game, secret area, all of it. Factors are obviously how fun it is, how long it is, not too long or too short, how hard it is, if the difficulty is unfair, which is pretty uncommon in this game, but more often if it's mindless and too easy, new concepts introduced, new gimmicks, if they're usually good, and that also contributes to memorability, which I will factor in. A secret exit is usually a plus unless it's really annoying. Same with switch block compatibility. I like it when the levels are affected by them. Also, for me, this is more of a personal thing. I think other people might like, but I don't like it when levels are super easily cape skipped, unless they're also awful, in which I will give them points for that. Being able to fly through a level, I think is kind of dumb. I prefer playing the game. Without further ado, let's start with 74, Tubular. This level where you get to pretend to be a Valorant player. The People Balloon sucks, it's slow, the level's slow, it's boring, it's kind of hard, and I don't know, it just feels kind of luck-based with the way the little flower fuckers spit out their fire. Sometimes they do it immediately, and sometimes they'll chew on it for a while, and that could definitely determine how fast you get through the level. Even then, the People Balloon is just fucking slow, it's not fun, it's easily the worst special, and in my opinion, the worst in the game. 73, Donut Plains 2. This level is ass, shit, and frankly also balls. It's one of the first entries I wrote, and I called it would be the worst. And come in my mouth and call me an eclair? I was in fact wrong. I was not expecting that. I thought it would be the bottom, but it was saved by Tubular. It's an extremely slow, boring auto-scroller. Sections where you go too slow, you get crushed. There's also these fucking bat enemies, and they're a little unpredictable, and also you're never gonna get hit by them. The secret is even good. You just go through a pipe and then hit a block. It's just so stupid. It's slow. It's really, really slow. Boring. And it's not there's another level. It's I think one of the Butter Bridges also has a slow auto scroller, but it doesn't. The level is difficult enough. The platforming makes it worth the time. There are no obstacles in this level. You don't need 30 seconds to dodge one Buzzy Beetle. 72, Forest Evolution 2. This level is a journey down Queef River, if you know what I mean. A slow, boring water level where you dodge slow, boring urchins. It's long, there's a shit ton of urchins, but there's usually not really a dynamic dodge to them. It's more so just a stop and go. There's a whole lot of waiting. I believe in the Triggered video on this game, Nathaniel Bandy mentioned one of the complaints is that the secret exit on this map is hard to find. Fucking come on. Who didn't see this? I think it's a cute secret though. And frankly, it's only saving grace other than the fact, first of all, there's some blocks to speed it up a little bit that you can pick up, which is nice. And I think the finale where you just kind of run past a bunch of the sleeper fish is pretty cool. 71, Ghost Ship. Aesthetically, the best level in the fucking game. The gameplay, tarded AF. There's this dumbass section with the flashing ghosts that you just kind of have to take slow or to get lucky. The beginning is the best part, but still slow and uninteresting. And, the Great Fall with the Epstein balls, get out of here. Vanilla Dome 4, grown worthy. The platforming is fine, but the camera fucks you over. And these charging Chuck rock throw fuckers are incredibly obnoxious. Especially the one at the end. Okay, this is an error. I'm going to say Valley of Bowser 4. That's the level with the rock bros. 69. Top secret area. Kind of cool lineup, but I said I'd rank it. It's technically a level. You get free shit. It's a helpful player. It's a helpful feature for experienced players, because I do think the Donut Plains Ghost House probably one of the least intuitive secret exits in the game. If I didn't see my parents do that when I was really young, I probably never would have guessed to just fly at the very start. 68, Mondo. Mondo name aside, it's a level where water rises and falls. It's slow, there's fish, and amazing flyer. Hammer Bros, which although not as obnoxious as regular Hammer Bros, is boring. It's a little bit fun to do fast, and that is the only thing that puts it above all these other levels. 67, Green Switch Palace. That's the second switch. It's the worst switch, and it's after such an already awful level. Not really that much fun of a bonus room. It can take a hike. 66, Blue Switch Palace. Another follow-up to a pretty awful level, and the puzzle is fine and pretty fun. And you can see me fuck it up on the B-roll. Also, there's no blue blocks, and I think that kind of hurts it a little bit. There's a bunch of blue blocks that blast out when you press the switch, but that's probably less than the amount of blue blocks in actual gameplay. 65, Red Switch Palace. Way more fun than green. It's simple, but, a fun one to pull off. To be fair, the red and blue switches are low-key worth jack shit, so maybe that deducts. 64, Bowser Valley Fortress. Long, boring, and hard, with no unique gimmick. Just stop and go bullshit. Next. 63, Star World 3. Extremely short, above a couple of the other ones below it because I like throwing the blue blocks. Go to playing Secret 1. I am disposed against water levels, and the secret exit is a decent puzzle, I guess. And there's many things to grab onto, like the key and the blue blocks to go fast. It's I guess it's like a decent water level, but I much prefer land. Also, the P-Balloon section on the surface is just like it's literally just like more water level. It's basically the same thing, except the P-Balloon is even slower. So not really a good pace breaker. 61, Vanilla Dome 1. This is like the least interesting level of all time. One of the only levels with the Big Mac icon. No, I have almost nothing to say about this complete nothing burger. The Big Mac icon. The 1-up run is fun, but also it's kind of mindless. Yoshi's Island 2, a bafflingly simple level. The free 1-up at the start is all that saves it, and it has an okay bonus room with the trick shots, but it is a flat plane with like one hill. And as Monty's, who cares, run past them. I guess you could say it's my fault for running past the level, but like, I prefer it when they're not completely mindless. Yellow Switch Palace. First switch, best switch, run around, room full of coins, primal joy. 58, Forest of Illusion 3. Dude, some Forest of Illusion levels are like fucking designed by AI. There's random enemies and bubbles, randomly placed block, stupid, boring, the secret exit kinda sucks, nothing of note. 57, Star World 1, just kind of a long bonus level. It's fun to drill down and the secret exit is fine. I'd say it's satisfying, but I don't have too much to say. Donut Plains Ghost House. A level I liked as a kid, but I do not care for it now. The random ghost swingers that come down and fuck with you. Swingers that fuck with you. Which is a very annoying, kind of generic obstacle. It isn't as puzzly as I'd want a ghost house to be, or even like kind of as tricky. It's just kind of a lame obstacle. The puzzle at the end is super simple and just kind of like a time waster. You only have 2 choices, although I say the secret exit is fun to pull off. Vanilla Dome 3, 55. Mostly spent in narrow caves, but the main gimmick is riding on these skeleton coasters. These fucking coasters, unlike the new series, are slower than, I don't know, like Joe Rogan. Is it unique? Yeah. Memorable? Sure. Fun? 54, Soda Lake. Maybe the hardest water level? Lots of pedos. Oh shit, are they called pedos, or is that the Kirby enemy? Anyways, a hard water level just means you play it slower. Yippity-dee, lots of dodging, although I would say it's fairly memorable. 53, Forest of Illusion Special. Secret Area. As with the rest of Forest of Illusion, even its athletic level sucks. You sit on 2 slow-moving platforms until the level ends. Fucking yippee. Who cares? 52, Forest of Illusion Castle. Another Forest of Illusion level where you sit on a slow platform dodging just a few obstacles. 51, Groovy. Sumo Bros in a low time limit is an odd choice for the final level. It's the last entry I wrote, so this is all I wrote. It's fine. 50, Choco Island 4. The weak link of probably the best world, maybe? This is its worst level. These weird slant platforms are fun to jump on, but I don't know why they're like made of discolored dirt and grass. It's this low because the falling Gigamoles can go fuck themselves. Vanilla Dome Secret 2, like a completely flat level with lots of enemies. I guess it's fine. Dodging these turtles is kind of fun, but like, come on now. This legally shouldn't be considered level design. Ridiculously forgettable. Choco Island 5. Talk about Nothing Burger Supreme. 47. Bowser's Valley Castle. Another slow snake block castle right at the end of the damn game. So easy to cheese too, Christ. Extremely underwhelming final castle. Although the second half is a cool symposium of a lot of past castle gimmicks, but it's not that hard or interesting. 46. Yoshi's Island 1. A fine first, but an extremely common I have with Mario World level design in general, that definitely applies to this level, is there's no interesting platforming, or even much platforming at all. There's a couple enemies on this stage, but I mean, it's Mario, dude. The difficulty does not come from the simple walk-forward enemies, and usually the platforming. Like, it's a fine tutorial stage, the cannon pipes, the halfway mark, and the breakable spin jump blocks, and the charging chops are good gimmicks to set it apart from the first levels of 1 and 3, but nothing too interesting. 45. Cookie Mountain. Oh great, another mostly flat grass level. For some Sumo Bros who had an interesting challenge, this level's just another breeze. Levels that focus on Yoshi often have this problem of being flatter than, I don't know, Gwyneth Paltrow. Double chocolate cookie. 44, Star World 2, oddly fun to plow through, like a water level where you just eat a bunch of shit. The secret ending is kind of fun to go under, and honestly a classic, but it's like hardly even level design. I guess it's just a guilty predator. Donut Plains Secret 2, a secret ice level, mostly cool for giving you a glimpse of Bowser's Castle. And while it struggles from Mario World's literally flat level design, it has fun springs, a free one-up jump at the end, and the ice in Mario World is pretty fun. It's very, very slippery. There's a star and some light platforming, nothing great, but its uniqueness gets an edge. 42, Donut Plains 4. Weird Donut Plains technically only has 4 normal levels since this one's pretty generic. Some of the interesting enemies with an overall theme of dodging from above, but the amazing flying hammer bros and the Goomba shoots, it's a little too easy for my liking. Bonus points that the fly skip grants a hidden moon. 41, Butter Bridge 2. A flat bridge with the Cape Boys. Then slightly varied platforms with Cape Boys. You know, this is the Cape Boy levels, man. Fucking Capes, man. Guess I'm 40. 40. 40 would be Forest of Illusion 1. Another Yoshi level, i.e. another flat plane with enemies. The ambush spawns and the wigglers are like a little bit fun to mess with, but it's odd they debuted here. Given that the wiggler design kind of reeks of one of those Mario Maker gaslighting designs where they retrofit a new enemy into the older style. Anyways, this level is emblematic of Mario World levels. It feels like a fucking AI designed it. 39, Outrageous. A brown forest level, annoying new fire enemies, just a flat, hard map with bullet bills, and some amazing flying hammer bros. I guess it is fine. 38, Force of Illusion 4. The fourth level of every world at this point seems to have the gimmick of a mostly flat map with a bunch of like pipes and random shit in the way and maybe an enemy theme. This time it's Lakitos. I like the one-up fish because that's camp, but it's a lame flat level. You know, what the fuck do you want from me, huh? I can't keep saying this over and over. 37, Bowser Valley's 1. A maze with big moles. An odd start to the final world, but there's some cool secrets, and I like how it rewards getting the switches. Not too much to say. 36, Choco Island Fortress. This level is mostly okay because of the chocolate theme. The lava is hot chocolate. You know, it's an okay castle. Some challenging jumps in the Thwomp section, but the Thwomp and the pencils kind of just stop and go. Not too fun. 35, Vanilla Dome 2. A decent water level, a labyrinth with different routes and pathways and secrets. I like the light puzzle to get to the secret exit. It's a satisfying watch, the charging chucks plow through the blocks. Pretty okay. I remember I put so many levels above and under this during the map. This was like basically the reference point for the whole thing, and it ended up right in the middle, so I'm happy with that. 34, Groovy. A really easy and kind of boring special level. I don't know what the theme is other than there's like a bunch of pokies, but it's super generic. 33, Forest of Illusion Fortress. A decent level. The auto-scrolling at the beginning hurts it a lot, and how the wood can trap you because the saws move so fast. But the second half is tons of fun. Tight saw dodges and a cool or pretend one-ups if you can keep your cape and then fly at the end. 32, Forest Ghost House. Pretty mid ghost house. You know, I don't like the annoying ghost rush section, but the secrets are fun to find, and the tight dodging at the beginning is really fun. 31, Vanilla Dome Castle. I only remember this one being the one with the Kamek blocks, but there's also like a water section and a shortcut with a 1-up, which is a fun addition. And then there's another slow-moving block section, having some decent platforming, just kind of a slower and worse version of Morton's Castle. It was Young 4. Very memorable, but honestly just because it's odd. You can skip half the level and do this like weird generic pokey grass section. There's these little slight balls in the water, and there's this cute P-switch bridge at the bridge in the middle, and some platforming. I guess it's mid-tier. I don't know what they were really going for with this one. Choco Island 1. A decent flat level that introduces the Chocolate Island's dragon enemies and has fun cannons. Just kind of a decent time to black through. 28, Vanilla Fortress. Probably the best water level. The precarious traps of the castle work really well with the water physics. It's a bit challenging. Some tight enemies and fun alternate paths. The best tech in a water castle I can think of. Gnarly. Fun climb. Fun fall. Yeah, hey. 26, awesome. The only outdoor ice level in the game, I mean, it's fine. Some tricky sections with jumping fish and the general theme of turtles. Is also the first level I can think of in forever. I think there's also one in Bowser's Valley, but the first one is just the first level that has bonsai bills. which I think is just really weird how rare they are, despite how prominent they are in the first level. It's a decent level. It mostly gets boosted for the aesthetic. I like the little pillars at the end. 25, Bowser Valley 2. Very long level, but quite simple and fun. I love the secret exit. It's really well done. Also, the big mole theme in Bowser Valley is super odd. I mean, why are of all these guys, like, the token late game enemy? 24, Cheese Bridge Area. A fun, simple platformer where you dodge shit on moving platforms. Notable for having a secret exit where you fly under the exit, which is really cool. Although it's actually so precise that I kind of want to dog it a little bit. It's really annoying to pull off. But still, it's a really good concept. I think it still boosts it. 23, Way Cool. Funny, fun, tricky, precise platformings and rope jumps. A very brutal level, but it feels fun and super dynamic to play through. 22, Vanilla Dome Secret 1. A really short vertical level. This high because of the boingy, bouncy green things. Oh, that's it. 21, Bowser's Valley 3. Another short but sweet level and some precise platforming. And some more slant platforms like on that Choco Island level. Tons of fun. Yippity doo dah. Fucking hee 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 haw, 20, Yoshi's Island Castle. A fucking classic, Fun grade climbing. You can whack turtles on it. You can fuck around on the grades or run through the level and go into the background. Novel and fun. Held back by the boring boss and the stupid auto-scrolling section at the end that is just super easy and boring. 19, Yoshi's Island 3. Clears most of Yoshi's Island. Fun platforming, very platform gimmicks, simple but not mindless, and very fun. Also, cute secrets if you let the brown platform swing down, and you can find some fun underground segments. It turns out levels where you actually have platforming are often kind of fun. 18, Vanilla Ghost House. An odd ghost house, and one of the only ones without a secret exit other than Choco. And mostly focused on platforming. Luckily for it, good platforming. I like this one. There's a bunch of abortion Yoshis everywhere, and this nasty green bubble section that can be tricky if you're not too careful. It's fun, unique, and memorable. 17, Chocolate Secret. This level has a rough start. I cooked through the wall here. The footballs have weird hitboxes and are unpredictable. And there's this weird pipe section you can skip some of the levels for no reason. But then it picks up big time. A fun slide that's super fun. And you gotta rush through these platforms as they sink. Gallons of fun. Held back by the shitty start. 16, Vanilla Dome Secret 3. Platforming on moving Daltons. Fun, challenging, memorable, awesome. Really picked up out of the first two pretty mediocre vanilla secrets. 15, Star World 4. A simple, fun, athletic level. Some fun and tricky platforming, and a really interesting secret exit. You can be a good, obedient, submissive boy and hit all the switches, or do something clever, like just use a Bluey Shell Yoshi with his precise cape. Great. 14, Donut Plains 1. The flight tutorial? Baby, we got a stew going. Light platforming, some bonus rooms, and a delicious secret exit that you can get early if you're skilled. Fun to learn to fly, a nice sandbox, and what feels like the true opener for the game. 13, Bowser's Castle. I love the sections at the start where you get to choose a route. Makes it super fun for replays. The darkness section is cool. They introduce 2 new enemies. The level is actually brought down a fair bit because the Mario World final boss kind of blows chunks. It's really long and just kind of an accuracy test. No fucking get out of here. 12, Donut Plains Secret House. A short fun level and the only generic level of a boss fight. The spring jump over the boo at the start is fun, and the path to the secret big boo room is cute, and this boss, while extremely simple, is satisfying just because of the blocks. No notes. Number 11, Star World 5. The toughest main game level, probably. Very fun, tons of falling platforms, precise jumps, and this fun part where you get to create a bridge out of a coin trail and then a P-switch. A tough but energetic and fun level. Mario World 9, but low-key like a Mario Maker 3. 10, Choco Island Castle. Pretty tough level. I just love how precise the platforming is throughout the whole thing. It really makes my toes curl. And there's a reward for hitting the switches. My only complaint is that the beginning is kind of annoying. Some stop and go obstacles, and the way the saws spawn and move around is kind of uncanny. Choco Island 3. Simple, fun, good bonus room, fun simple platforming. What more does a Goiger need? Hey, Choco Island 2. Fun level that encourages fast play and good platforming, and more difficult ways to go, like jumping off the paratroopers. The exit is different depending on your time, and it's lots of fun to go for every route. Number 7, Donut Plains Castle. An insanely fun and memorable level. Mario World usually kills it with the castles. The beginning has a bunch of fun traps and set pieces and treacherous obstacles. You can play it safe or blaze through it, and that goes for the whole level, honestly. It's also a super fun secret with the cape at the start. In the second half, while relying on the slow-moving blocks going from side to side may seem bad, but if you play it quick, it's a very fun and dynamic section. Rewards the green block too. A very easy boss, but who cares? Top tier level. 6. Butter Bridge 1. The only good auto-scroller, because the platform is tricky enough to, rather than slowing you down, kind of demands the precision that the platform needs. Fun seesaw shrooms and some Koopa drums. Just very well designed platforming. Very good. 5. Donut Plains 3. Great level. Much fun platforming at the start. Tease the second with some moving platforms at the start. And, then you get to take the back and forth platforms at the bottom, where you can stay on the top of the track of a bonus room. A lot of variety and good platforming. Only held back because it's super easy to fly skip. Number 4. Bowser Valley Ghost House. Bangerino, a short, potent level. Really clever and tricky secret exit. It's fun to blast through the speed sections before the P-switch runs out. The green bubbles return, and frankly, I'm blowing up some green bubbles as of writing this, Short and sweet. 3. Ludwig's Castle. Ludwig's Castle? Talk about banger supreme. A great variety here. A fun section where you gotta run and not get crushed. More awesome great climbing. In this narrow part where you gotta be real precise. Phenomenal. The boss fight is odd, there's no real gimmick other than just a big arena. He's the midpoint boss and the only one of the Koopa boys that doesn't get a reskin. But it's also ridiculously easy, so I don't know why they really bothered it. It's also the only one that does the shell run. 2. Chocolate Ghost House. These wacky platformer Ghost House impressed me far more than the maze ones. Fun platforming on falling platforms while you dodge abortion Yoshis. The exit is really cool, and when you get to dodge the boo lines in the boo blocks, very creative, and really sad that none of this shit came back. I'd kill for some boo blocks in Mario Maker. And number 1, Vanilla Dome 4. It's been a while since we talked Vanilla Dome, but fucking great level. Tons of platforming, tons of springy green things. You got bills to dodge. There's a lot going on. Such a fun level. So many fun gimmicks. And a really good backdrop too. Very unique aesthetic. Highlight of the game for sure. Okay, so if there's one thing I learned from doing this video is Mario's World's level design could certainly use some work. The game has a great world map and ways to interact with it. Cool new power-ups, or maybe one cool new power-up, and tons of new enemies and level gimmicks, but goddamn, dude. So many levels here are flat plains with very obstacles that shit thrown in it that makes it look AI generated. There's a whole 2 worlds here that I say don't have a single great level. Okay, maybe it's maybe one. The Forest of Illusion's pretty rough. The thing is, I feel like it's especially bad here. But maybe one day, we can check out some of the other 2D classics. Well, thanks for watching. Subscribe and fucking googly goo. Thanks for watching the video. I appreciate your support. I really didn't like the level. The Forest of Illusion Fort. I once knew a little guy who used to watch Rick and Morty. He watched Vindicators 3, and he decided to sort all of the Vindicators in the category. He planned it out, but it was all a bit, and his gimmick was you were unique or special. 3 dogs. There's 3.